Hello. Sorry for the break in the videos. I was playing the European Club Cup. That's why I didn't make any videos for you. And it was a very nice tournament. It was Gukesh was playing, of course, like most top players except Magnus and except for the Americans, because the Americans play the American Championship. But basically everyone else was playing in the European Club Cup, and it was won from a team from Czech, but of course, like the best teams, they are like have a few players from Czech. So I think they had Navarra from, and maybe some more from Czech, and then random players. My friend Nils Grandelius, he was playing in the team that won, so that was nice for him because we used to live like neighbors. So I kind of played a lot against him when he was a kid, when I still could play somewhat evenly against him, which of course I can't do nowadays. So I saw Gukesh. He seemed extremely happy. I saw him was like laughing, and he was spending a lot of times with the other Indian players there. Everyone was there. Erigaisi was there. He got over 2800 for the first time, so that's nice. And also Nihal and Vidit and basically Hare Krishna. Basically everyone was there. And it was a nice. Our team, we won for. I'm playing for a team from southern Sweden, and basically the thing is that you have to get the top 4 in your chess league to be able to play, to be allowed to play there, and we got 4th, and but I didn't play very many matches in the first team because I'm kind of like I'm like a 2200 player now, so I'm not good enough to play in the first team. But then to the European Club Cup, a lot of players with wife and kid and whatever didn't want to go, so I got the chance to go. So that was very nice. The tournament was in the Serbian city of Vranja Banja, which had a lot of like spas and warm, like in Iceland, like warm pools outside, because it had been like a spa town already since the Roman days. So we were happy with our performance. We won 4 matches and lost 3. And today we're going to look at a game here. Gukesh against Tari, and Tari is from Norway, but he's also maybe have Indian parents. I'm not sure about that, but he looks a bit like Indian. And he's a very nice guy. He played a bit for my club in the Swedish league, and I talked to him a few times, and he's also a super nice guy. And he is of course a bit older than Gukesh, but maybe 5 years old or something like that. And because he's from Norway, like Magnus, he got the chance to play against Magnus in Norway chess and so on. So he has gotten a lot of good experience, and we are still here 2023. So it's Norway chess, of course, 2023. So let's see the game here. Gukesh is playing the London, which is a popular opening nowadays. He plays the classical way to play. Jobava sometimes play here. But I think if Jobava does it, I think like he's doing it already here. Not like that. He's doing already like this. I don't really see the point actually to go out with a knight, but I know when I was playing Chigorin, I had a book by what's his name, Morosevich, and he also said that against this setup, also as black, you can do this maneuver, and the computer thinks it's even. So I never really understood the point of the Jobava London. But what I understand a little bit more is when they play like something like this, maybe here, and run with the pawn. I think that's the barrier attack, but apparently knight h5 is the best counter here. So maybe you start like that, and then now you go for the barrier attack. But he's doing classical London stuff here, c3, like I don't at all see the point, but the computer thinks it's a fine. He's just basically playing a setup here. So let's see what happens. And now he does h4. So he's going for like a variation of the barrier attack, but he's doing a more solid way here. And the computer likes this. They think this is good for white, actually. And I think against these kind of positions, when you're playing the Grimfeld, to always do h5 here and not allow h5 by white. I think that's just sometimes I played Grimfeld and I allowed h5, h6, and I always regret it. So I think it's, and the computer also says that it's black has to play h5 here. It's a must. Otherwise, white gets exactly what he wants. And now it's a bit harder to know like what's the plan for white. Looks like maybe something like that could be an idea that could maybe allow some tactics here. But he goes here and b4. That's computer doesn't like that so much. I don't really know why. Okay, so black tries to play e5 here. Okay, so black found quite a nice plan here with e5. So the computer wanted... he didn't want to allow this e5 stuff by playing. So he instead, the computer here just want to keep moving here. And if like black plays slowly, then something like this with maybe some tactics here could be looks a lot better. But yeah, I don't really understand b4 at all, but whatever. Because even if he would like white doesn't want to take here twice, it would develop the knight open for the bishop. So let's see here what's happened. And here the point is that I think that black will win a piece here with knight f6. Let's see here. Okay, knight e5 also works. Both works, of course. Yeah. I thought something like this is wins a piece, so it's tactically working knight g4. Okay, and here he does e5. Looks okay. The computer thinks it's better to prepare it with this. I see, and the point with this one is to... Okay, now I understand b4. Point with b4 is when he plays like this, he could like defend the knight. That makes some sense. That definitely makes some sense. Okay, so black did e5 here. Yeah, and again b5. Okay, when I understand now when I understand that the point is b5, then b4 makes more sense. Now white tries to open the position. Yeah, the thing is that when if white plays a kind of solid line like London, so even if black opens the center, which feels like I have to play and advance my pawns and whatever, then often like the opening of the center, it's not sure it favors you at all. So like for example here, black looks like he has active pieces, but actually the computer thinks that white is already at least now after this knight move, white is already much better. It was better to take like this. Now black has won a pawn. Let's see what could have happened. Why didn't he play this? If he takes here, he can't take back because of this. And of course he can always take on g4 and win back the pawn. So let's tie this. Okay, let's look at this exchange sacrifice, see if the computer doesn't think it's so bad. It's an exchange sacrifice, but the dominant white squared bishop that might become very strong now is gone at least. But yeah, computer likes this for white. And if you go here, yeah, there is potential. Like after rook here, there is potential for an advance for white in the center, so that's not good. So he wants to go here. So the computer thinks this is the best way to play. Yeah, now when these bishops are traded, then it's this white king side can become more weak. So a move like f4, like when black does like this, black would have some serious counterplays on the black square. So it's quite an equal position. Okay, but he didn't do that. Instead, he moved the knight, which the computer doesn't like. Because of this. This could maybe it can be annoying to take back this pawn. Yeah, this pawn is already defended, and you're about to win an exchange here. So problem is that the pawn is active. But white didn't see that. He played e4, which looks very nice. Like if it gets taken, something like this, then obviously the plan is to get this pawn structure to passed pawns, which are defended also. Something like this could be played. No, this bishop is very bad, but the rest of white's position is quite nice here. For example, like this. White is a piece down, but got some nice compensation here. Instead, black played that. Oh, black played that, and then e4, yeah. And this one is not, the computer doesn't like this so much. Because you can take here. Take here. It's not so easy to understand what's happening, because so much stuff is hanging here. Yeah, but it's again these pawns here, yeah. I was critical of this before, that I didn't understand it, but now when black didn't play correctly, it's like like this pawn, it advanced here, here, then it took here, and then now like both white pawns has gone past the black pawn chain here, so that's just that's nice. And obviously these pawns are quite strong here. Black's only chance is to try to basically try to capture them at once, like computer suggests. Rook here, maybe knight here, rook here, maybe try to win back the pawns. If he can't do that, then these pawns are gonna walk and win material probably. So let's see what happened. He did this one. Something like this looks more logical to me. Okay, so the problem is this. You can never take it because of this. I see. And now, of course, not take. Like if you take here, black is winning, of course, because he wins that pawn. But instead, this nice move. And here, and this, yeah, this bishop, the light. I talked about this light square bishop because it doesn't have any opponent on b7. It has the potential to get very strong in it. It gets very strong here, like the problems doesn't stop. Like now, next move they get a new pawn. Like, and if you, yeah. Can get a new pawn, like not a new pawn, a new queen like that also. So okay, so then black, if this doesn't work, then black is in real trouble here. He tried to do like that, which actually looks better, because now sometimes you can block with e4 here. And you can see here there is only one move that wins for white, so it was complicated, but and this one is logical to shut down the bishop. Of course, the problem is that the other bishop gets opened. Yeah, you can see like everything is white has a winning position. There is a saying like 2 pawns on the 6th rank is worth a rook. So white is up a rook, and then as compensation black has like 3 pawns. So yeah, white is up 3.2. That's yeah, I guess the bishop pair is worth 1 pawn also. So c7 was better. Like he obviously didn't want to lose the rook, but yeah, it just wasn't very important to save the rook. It's a very passive piece, and it doesn't have much prospects right now. Maybe on the d file it could have some prospects, but not on the c file. So let's see. Why the best would have been something like this. For example, if he takes and white wants to go like here, so maybe he goes here. It's not so easy for a human to see that this is winning for white, but I'm gonna just trust the computer here. Maybe instead of c7, maybe this a little bit easier to understand that this bishop is needed here to help the pawn before black plays a6. And now this you can do like this, yeah. Yeah, white is up a queen here. So probably bishop a6 is most precise before black can block with a6. But it looks like everything is everything is winning, so Gukesh maybe saw to the end here. What do I know? Okay, so this is quite a logical move. Both threaten some tactics, but also like preventing this one. So black tries to play here to prevent bishop here, and also prevent the line. So he's doing the best he can, but the position is too winning for white simply. And of course you can't go back with the queen and lose one of your passes, then it's not good. Okay, so he finds a nice tactic here. I thought maybe it was fine to take back like this also, but yeah, looks like this is only a draw. Now when white queens, black will obviously sack a rook for it, but then he will have some play and exchange down, so this is the better move, of course. And if he takes, then he will get a new queen here, and he will be one rook up. So because of that, it's better to take here. It looks like worst is over for black now, because he got one of the pawns and he's just down on exchange, but I guess this pawn is still too dangerous. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so knight rook e, yeah. It could be interesting to see how white will win this. To me, I would be kind of worried here for white, but it's yeah, for the computer and Gukesh maybe it's easy. So let's see what happens. I guess the plan is to go here and try to trade queens and then going down like that. So black tries to prevent it. And you can't go here because you can take it and then win the queen. So has to go to either defend or go here. Ah, I see. And he can take here. It's same tactics. So he's like threatening to win basically a pawn. So that's why he defends like that. So the easiest way to win was to play like this. This looks scary with these pawns, but okay, maybe not c3, maybe here. Yeah, and you are first with check and then you win here. So that also works. But he plays like this instead. It's also fine. Yeah, and don't really understand why he gave up. Yeah, he can't take on c5 because rook here. So we kind of need to do like this. I see there is tactics because I thought like if you defend, maybe still some chances to play on, but there is apparently tactics here. Okay, so let's see what's happening. The tactic is to go like this. Okay, and you're up a complete rook, so easy winning. Okay, nice game by Gukesh against Tari. And I've noticed a little bit Tari's playstyle here that against, for example, London, like on theoretical openings, he's quite much weaker than so I think Tari knows a lot of theory, so he's he struggle against openings where he can't use his theoretical knowledge like this one. So it was a very practical opening. Maybe Gukesh came to the same conclusion when he analyzed this game, so it was a good practical decision to go for the London here by Gukesh.